Now final point, that is when omega equal to infinity. When omega equal to infinity, the end point of the polar plot, magnitude of the zero, whatever may be the angle, if magnitude of the zero, if magnitude is zero means it is the origin itself. Okay. Now if you observe here, when you vary frequency from 0 to infinity, the angle changes from 0 degree to minus 180 degree. So it goes from 0 degree to minus 180 degree. So this is 0 degree axis, this is minus 90 degree axis, this is minus 180 degree axis. So it starts from here and ends at this point, but before ending at this point, the entire polar plot, so 0 to 180 degree touch to travel. So this is the minus 180 degree axis. So when omega equal to degree, 180, when omega equal to infinity, phase angle is minus 180 degree. This is 0 degree, this is minus 180 degree axis. So polar plot, if it goes with 0 to minus in the negative direction, clockwise direction. So it goes from this axis towards this axis. Okay. So in that case, that means what? When it goes from this axis to this, from this axis to this axis, obviously it has to cut the imaginary axis. Okay. So that point we have to calculate where it cuts the imaginary axis. So what you have to do is you take the open loop transfer function. Okay. So you take open loop transfer function. It is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus j omega t1 into 1 plus j omega t2. Okay. You multiply, I have to convert it into rectangular form. Okay. So when you convert into rectangular form, this is for to find the point where the polar plot cuts the axis at what frequency. Okay. So convert it into this is a given open loop transfer function by substituting s equal to j omega. You multiply this with the complex conjugate of the denominator. Multiply and divide by the complex conjugate of the denominator. So multiply it. So this is a denominator. So multiply both the numerator and denominator by the complex conjugate of the denominator. So 1 minus j omega t1. So plus is replaced by minus. So similarly complex conjugate of this 1 minus j omega t2. So same thing here, divide. So the expression is valid. So 1 minus j omega t2. Then you multiply, so it will be equal to, if you multiply it, so apply a plus b into a minus b. That is equal to a square minus b square. So multiplying these two, you get 1 minus j is there, when j square becomes plus 1 plus, so omega t1 square. Okay. And multiplying these two, you get 1 plus omega t2 square. Correct. 1, this must be square, omega square, omega square. So applying the a plus b into a minus b equal to a square minus b square. And numerator 1 minus j omega t1, 1 minus j omega t2. So you multiply the numerator and separate the real part and imaginary part. So if you separate it, gh of j omega will be equal to, when you separate, you get like this. So real part will be 1 plus omega square t1 square, 1 plus omega square into t2 square, and here you get 1 minus omega square t1 t2. So this is the real part minus j. Okay. It will be equal to omega t1 plus omega t2 divided by same thing, 1 plus omega square t1 square, 1 plus omega square t2 square. So this is real part minus j into this is imaginary part. So multiplying both numerator and denominator with the complex conjugate of the denominator, you obtain the open loop transfer function in Cartesian coordinate form. So polar plot lies between 0 degree axis and minus 180 degree axis. This is 0 degree axis, minus 180 degree axis. So it goes negative towards negative axis in this omega, so it has to go in this region. So while going, it has to cut the negative imaginary. This is a negative imaginary axis. So imaginary axis means what? You take any point on the imaginary axis, real part equal to 0. So this real part you equate to 0. Okay. So if you equate this equal to 0, because I want to find where the plot cuts the or intersects the imaginary axis, so I am making a real part equal to 0, because on the imaginary axis real part is always equal to 0. So you equate the real part equal to 0. So this will be equal to 0 means what? This will be, so it will be, you get 1 minus omega square t1 t2 divided by this equal to 0 means numerator must be equal to 0. So if you simplify this, it will be 1 divided by t1 t2. So for this frequency, the plot intersects the imaginary axis. Okay, for this frequency, the plot intersects the imaginary axis. Now where? At what point? You know what? At what frequency it intersects the imaginary axis? Now we have to find the point where it intersects the imaginary axis. So in that case, you obtain for this value of omega. So substitute in this form, in this equation. You already obtained the open loop transfer function in Cartesian form. So by making this equal to 0, you got this one. So that value of omega is substitute here. So this is the imaginary part. So by substituting 0, you got this one. I am writing this as 0 minus j. Okay. And substitute here, it will be 1 divided by omega equal to 1 divided by square root of t1 t2, and this is t1. This t1 I am writing as this, plus 1 divided by 1 more omega square root of t1 t2 into t2, and 1 divided 1 plus omega square is there, so it will be t1 t2 into t1 square into 1 plus 1 divided by t1 t2 into t2 square. So if you simplify this, so this will be equal to 1 over, so if you simplify this, you get t1 t2 minus j, 0 minus j, okay, square root of t1 t2 square root of t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. So this is the point where the plot intersects the imaginary axis. Okay. So mark that one. So when omega, so this is the point now. Okay. This is the point. So say the plot crosses the imaginary axis at this point. For what value of omega? When omega is equal to 1 divided by square root of t1 t2. And what is this point? This point is magnitude, this length, this is a magnitude. So this is a magnitude. So this length equal to this value, square root of t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. So this will be square root of t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2, and angle is, you need not write because it is on the axis, it will be minus 90 degree. So join it, roughly you draw the figure. So this is the starting point. So angle varies from 0 to minus 180 degree. So you have to travel in this direction. 0 axis, 0 degree axis to minus 180 degree axis by intersecting this point. So you draw like this. So, and this is the end point. So we traveling in this direction while writing the polar plot. So this is the direction. So this is the polar plot of this problem. See once again, this is type 0 system. For any type 0 system, the root locus always starts from 0 degree axis. Okay. Similarly, if you take type 1 system, the polar plot always starts from minus 90 degree. For type 2 system, from minus 180 degree, and for type 3, it will be from positive imaginary axis, this axis. Okay. So this is a polar plot for that given problem. Okay. We can take one more example. Now take the third example. The open loop transfer function is given by g h of s equal to GH of S equal to 1 divided by S into 1 plus ST. So it is a type 1 system. For any type 1 system, the polar plot always starts from minus 90 degree. Okay. So substitute S equal to J omega. So you get GH of J omega equal to 1 divided by J omega into 1 plus J omega t. So magnitude will be m, that is 1 divided by magnitude of the numerator. Magnitude of this term is J omega, it is omega, and magnitude of this term is 1 plus omega square t square. Okay. Phase angle is given by angle of the numerator, purely real number, so it is 0, minus angle of this term J omega, tan inverse of imaginary divided by real part is 0, so tan inverse of infinity, so it will be 90 degree, so it is in the denominator, so it becomes minus 90 degree. Okay, minus angle of this term tan inverse of omega t. So this is the expression for phase. Now let us find the starting point. When omega equal to 0, magnitude will be equal to, when substitute omega equal to 0, magnitude is infinity, because we have this omega here. And phase angle, so when omega equal to 0, this will be 0, tan inverse of 0, but this minus 90 degrees there, so phase angle is minus 90 degree. When omega equal to infinity, ending point. When omega equal to infinity, magnitude, so omega comes in the denominator, so magnitude is 0. Phase angle is minus 90 degree minus tan inverse of infinity. So once again this 90 degree, so minus 90 minus 90 minus 180 degree. So this is ending point. Okay. Now we will plot it. So this is the real part of GH of J omega. This is imaginary part of GH of J omega. This is origin. Starting point. Starting point is when omega equal to 0. M equal to infinity. So starting point is at infinity minus 90 degree. Okay. So you assume that infinity comes somewhere here. Okay. So when omega equal to 0, this is the infinity point. When omega equal to 0, this is infinity. Angle is, this is a minus 90 degree axis, so this is minus 90 degree. Okay. And final part here, infinity means I cannot take this. I can take on this side also the imaginary axis, but I cannot take, because if I take on this point, the plot has to cross the imaginary axis. So if you see the angle here, minus 90 degree to minus 180 degree. So this is a minus 90 degree axis. This is a minus 180 degree axis. So when minus 92 angle goes up to minus 180. So this is a minus 90 degree axis and minus 180 degree axis. So it should lie in the plot should lie in between this axis and this axis in this quadrant. So that's why this point cannot be taken on this side. So this is entirely different quadrant. This quadrant. So that's why the point when omega equal to 0, that infinite point I am considering to the right or to the left or whatever it is at this point. Okay. When omega final point, when omega equal to infinity, magnitude is 0. Okay, whatever may be the angle, magnitude is 0 is nothing but the origin. Now we have to see here minus 90 degree to minus 180 degree. So minus 90 degree axis, this is a minus 90 degree axis, this is a minus 180. So it should lie between this and this axis. So there is no possibility of that plot crossing either imaginary axis or real axis. The entire thing should be lying in this quadrant. Okay. So roughly sketch it. Okay. So roughly sketch it. So you get to plot something like this. Rough sketch. Okay. So this is a type 1 system. So that's why it's always starting from omega equal to the angle at the minus 90 degree axis. Okay. So it will not, even if you try it, so you can see, check it. You replace this omega overloop transfer function in terms of Cartesian coordinate and equate real part equal to 0. Then you get either omega equal to 0 or infinity, which is already considered. You won't get any value other than this if you try also. Okay. So this is the third problem. Okay. So I will take one more, the last problem. So the open loop transfer function is given by gh of s equal to 1 plus s, 1 divided by 1 plus s, 1 divided by 1 plus s into 1 plus 2s, 1 plus 3s. So this is the open loop transfer function given. Okay. So substitute s equal to j omega. Substitute s equal to j omega. So you get gh of j omega equal to 1 divided by 1 plus j omega into 1 plus j 2 omega plus 1 plus j 3 omega. It's 3 omega, right? So magnitude is given by magnitude of the numerator, it is 1 divided by magnitude of this term. So it will be 1 plus omega square. Magnitude of this term, it will be 1 plus 4 omega square into 1 plus 9 omega square. Phase angle is given by angle of the numerator, the real number, so it is 0, minus angle of this, minus tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. Real part is 1, so it will be omega. Angle of this minus angle of this, tan inverse of 2 omega minus angle of this, tan inverse of 3 omega. Now let us find the starting point. When omega equal to 0, magnitude, so when you substitute omega equal to 0, this becomes 1. And phase angle will be equal to this expression. When omega equal to 0, you substitute here, it will be equal to 0 degree. Tan inverse of 0 is 0. Ending point. When omega equal to infinity, magnitude, it is equal to, substitute omega equal to infinity here, so it becomes 0. Angle is minus tan inverse of infinity. That's each this is also tan inverse of infinity. So minus 90, minus 90, minus 90. So the phase angle will be equal to minus 270 degree. Okay. So mark the point. The starting point is magnitude, when omega equal to 0. Magnitude is 1, phase angle is 0. Okay. So magnitude is 1. When omega equal to 0, magnitude is 1, phase angle is 0. Okay. When omega equal to infinity, magnitude is 0, so it is origin. So when omega equal to infinity, magnitude is 0, minus 270 degree. Okay. So now see observe the angle here. When omega ranges from 0 to infinity, angle changes from 0 degree to minus 270 degree. So this is the 0 degree axis. This is minus 90, minus 180, minus 270. So negative. So 0 to minus 270 goes. So this is 0 degree axis. This is minus 270 degree. So root over star. This is the starting point. So to reach this one, if you go in the negative direction or clockwise direction, it has to go through this region, this angle, so for this region and this region. So the polar plot will occupy this coordinate, this coordinate and this coordinate. Okay. I repeat, when omega, this is the starting point, angle varies from, when omega changes from 0 to infinity, angle changes from 0 to minus 270. So from 0 degree axis you have to start, you have to go to minus 270, you have to make it 0, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, up to minus 270. That means you have to move in this direction and you have to reach this minus 270 degree axis. So that means the plot will occupy this coordinate, this coordinate and this coordinate. Obviously the plot has to cross negative imaginary axis and negative real axis. So to find where it crosses, you convert this one into the open loop transfer function into Cartesian form. So to obtain in Cartesian form, so multiply both numerator and denominator by the complex conjugate of the denominator. So if you multiply, write it directly. So if you multiply it, you get 1 minus 11 omega square divided by 1 plus omega square 1 plus 4 omega square, okay, 1 plus 9 omega square minus j, okay, denominator will remain same, 1 plus omega square 1 plus 4 omega square 1 plus 9 omega square, and in the denominator you get 6 omega 1 minus omega square. So this is by obtained by multiplying the given open loop transfer function by multiplying this one with the complex conjugate of the denominator. So we have three terms in the denominator. So multiply both numerator and denominator by 1 minus j omega into 1 minus j 2 omega and 1 minus j 3 omega. And simplified you get and convert into rectangular form, Cartesian form. So this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. So angle varies from 0 degree to 270 degree, minus 270 degree, 0 degree axis, negative. So minus 10, minus 3, you have to start from 0 degree, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, up to minus 270 you have to move. So that means you are going in the clockwise direction. So in this direction you have to move and you have to reach this axis, minus 270 degree. So that means the plot crosses the negative imaginary axis and negative real axis. So where it obtain, first you convert to rectangular form. Now where the plot intersects with the imaginary axis, let us find that one, imaginary axis. So to obtain where the plot intersects the imaginary axis, equate real part equal to 0, because along imaginary axis real part is always 0. So equate real part equal to 0. So if you equate this equal to 0, you get 1 minus 11 omega square equal to 0. So therefore omega equal to 1 divided by 11 under square root